Welcome to another edition of Tell Like It Is Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Ro Clark. On today's podcast, I want to cover how much of an impact will Andrew Bogut have on the Cleveland Cavaliers. With Kevin Durant out of the lineup, can the Warriors stay golden? And a record-breaking night for Katie Lou Samuelson from UConn, scoring 40 points and hitting all of her three-pointers against South Florida. So with that said, let's get to it. Good morning, followers. Like I said, welcome to another live edition of Tell It Like It Is Radio Podcast. Before I start this show, matter of fact, show's already started, I just want to give a huge shout out to Katie Lou Samuelson. Let's give her a big standing up. Yep. Bravo. Yep. So, Katie Lou had a record-breaking night, scoring 40 points and hitting all 10 of her three-point shots against South Florida of the ACC Tournament Championship game. She had 29 points in the first half of the game and played just 8 minutes in the second half. Again, she had 29 points in the first half and played just 8 minutes in the second half. I mean, is that not like Kobe status right there? I mean, I've never freaking hit all my 3-pointers in the game. I don't know who has. That's pretty tough. So shout out to her. And shout out to the whole UConn organization. Like, UConn won 22 conference titles since joining the Big East. And UConn played in a conference tournament final in the last 27 of the 29 years. That is huge.
Say what?
So let's put our attention to the NBA. Seth Curry, after the All-Star break, he's averaging 23 points per game, 57% field goal shooting, and 52% from behind the three-point line since the All-Star break. So with Seth Curry finally on the rise, is he better than his brother?
Oh, hell no.
Just a question. But I will go and say this. I do like Seth Curry on the Dallas Mavericks. Like I said, I watched him in the summer league, NBA summer league, and this dude balled out. I believe he got the MVP when they went in the finals and played the New Orleans Pelicans summer league team. And this guy, he had a hell of a summer. So he might be on the rise, and he might be better than Steph Curry when it's all said and done.
Hell no. Hell no.
All right, they're not having that. Well, speaking of Steph Curry, KD is no longer with the Warriors. So my question is, can the Warriors stay golden without KD? So can the Warriors stay golden? I have a lot of people say that, did they have KD last year? Did they have KD the year before that? Well, believe it or not, like I've been saying, KD is a big contribution to the Golden State Warriors. Without Kevin Durant and with Kevin Durant, there's a hell of a difference. With Kevin Durant, they're averaging 118. Without, they're 103. With KD, they're 50% from the field goal. Without him, they're 42. With KD, they have 31 assists per game. Without him, it's 24. And what a surprise here, or maybe it's not. But with KD, they're 39% shooting from the three-point arc. And without him, they're 31. And now I look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're still a better team than last year, and I feel as though that they are still the favorites to win the NBA Finals this year. And with KD, or without KD, it'll be extremely difficult for the Golden State Warriors to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers this year. Now let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, Andrew Bogut, 58 seconds into his Cleveland Cavaliers career, Andrew Bogut sustained an injury to the shin or the fibia, whatever you want to call it, after colliding with a Carol White from Miami Heat. Now, I'm not going to say Andrew Bogut injury will make or break the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I feel as though he would have helped. But this is like they never know. The Cleveland Cavaliers, you never know what you had and what you were going to get. Well, you know what you're going to get, but you really know what you had. So you can't really sit here and be like, damn, our season's in jeopardy. You can't do that after a guy only played 58 seconds. But, I mean, what you were going to get was Andrew Bogut, who can play viable minutes, protecting the rim, and making plays offensively. Because let's not forget, like I said, Andrew Bogut was a huge contribution to the Golden State Warriors winning the championship. His size, his rim protection, him rebounding, and him being able to playmate with having the ball in his hand offensively. He'd get the ball top of the key, hold the ball, draw so much attention to where he can kick the ball out to an open Clay, open Steph, or a Draymond under the basket. That's the kind of player Andrew Bogut is, and he would have been for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if you're Cleveland, the question is, what do you do now? And I will tell you, you release him. You release him and you replace him. Who do you replace him with? Well, let's go down the list, shall we? So maybe you replace him with a guy like a Jared Sullinger. Maybe replace him with a guy named Larry Sanders. Matter of fact, let's speak on Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders actually met with head coach Tyronn Lue a few weeks ago, and Tyronn Lue was very well pleased with that meeting. Before Larry Sanders stepped away from the NBA, walked away from a lot of money that was on the table because of off-the-court issues, like him failing the NBA drug policy test to marijuana twice. In 2014 and 2015, he was one of the best shot blockers in the league. He can run the floor well, and I like him being a part of the Cleveland Cavaliers roster. And if that doesn't work out, well, who's else out there? Who can they sign? Oh, what's that guy from Brazil again? Oh, yeah, that's right. Anderson Varejao. Who? Anderson Varejao. Give him a call. He'll love to come back. Maybe it'd be like a big, dramatic welcome back for Anderson Varejao. Roll out the red carpet, give him his old locker room, his number, and just tell him, welcome back. You are the winner.
You win.
Oh, man. Before I go, just want to give a big standing ovation to John Ross, who set the record for the fastest 40 time. He beats Chris Johnson's old record. The only thing is, because John Ross didn't have on a pair of Adidas, he actually didn't win the island. So, Ross, what have we learned here? Next time, I'm going to set a record, wear a pair of Adidas. I would have my own island, chilling, relaxing. But I mean, seriously, I don't think he cares. Even in his interview, he said he didn't say he don't care, but he can't swim, he don't own a boat. But either way, I mean, if you're with Nike is just like the top brand right now. I can care less for Adidas, and you never know. He might get a freaking deal with Nike. You never know. I mean, he had Nikes on. He broke a record. He's a top 3 prospect in this year's NFL draft. I mean, man, that's huge. That's huge. That's all I need. Keep your island. I can buy my own island in a few years, with all this money's going to come in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you today. Once again, thanks for listening and subscribing to Tell Like It Is Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Ro Clark. And before I get out of here, I want to give a shout out to Rock Out Sports and to Baker Hoops. Baker Hoops is a premier AAU club and basketball training company. They understand that an athlete's mind, body, and spirit all have to be in agreement to produce ultimate results. They know how to get this done. Check them out at www.bakerhoops.com for further information. Shout out to Baker Hoops, Coach G. And I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of you guys' day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. We out. 8.